today's fun lesson is what do we need to do when, both mathematically and modeling, when we're multiplying a whole number times a mixed number. We've done fraction times fraction, we've done fractions times whole. Now we're going to look at whole times mixed. Okay? So our problem is, a recipe calls for 1 3/4 cups of flour, but Darby needs to double it to feed more people. How much flour does he need? So as always, let's think of this first in terms of our groups and then make a little estimate. So we know Darby needs 2 groups of 1 3/4 cups of flour. Now, 1 3/4 isn't too far off from 2, so we're going to round that up to 2. So essentially he needs 2 groups of 2 cups, which would be 4 cups. But we know, because this isn't quite 2 cups, that our answer should be slightly less than 4 cups. So we're probably looking in the 3 to 4 cup range. So that's a good estimate. Might be a little lower, we'll have to wait and see. So what do we do when we actually want to solve this problem with a model? Well, we've got all the information we need right here. We need 2 groups of 1 3/4 cups of flour. And so, let's see what that looks like. Let's start by building one group. So we need one group of 1 3/4 cups, and then we need another group. So one group. So 1 and 1 makes 2 groups. So you can either list this as one group and then another group, or you could say group 1 and then group 2. That might make more sense. So there's a cup of flour. Let's call that a cup of flour. Then we need another 3/4 of a cup. So we don't need a whole one of these. We need one of those that split into 1, 2, 4 pieces, and we know we need 3 of them. So we need all of this cup and then 3/4 of another cup. So that's one group of 1 3/4 cups flour. Now we need our second group. Well, once you've drawn the first group, the second group is pretty easy to draw. It's just the same thing. There's group number 2. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now we want to look at what do we have in total. Well, pretty obviously, right here, we have 2 cups of flour. Then we've got all these fourths over here. And we know that 4 fourths make 1 whole. So let's see how many fourths we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. That makes 1 whole, so we can add an extra 1 cup. And then we have another 2 fourths here. And 2 fourths, so we get another plus 2 fourths of a cup, or 1/2 of a cup. So we get 2 plus 1 is 3, 3½ cups. And if we check back with our estimate, which was between 3 and 4 cups, that's right on. So what do we do now if we wanted to do that mathematically and without a model? Well, same rules apply of numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. We want 2 groups of 1 3/4 cups. Okay, the problem right now is that in neither of our fractions do we have a straight numerator and denominator. So for our 2, you've got to remember any whole number is a fraction over 1. So we can rewrite 2 as 2 over 1. Our mixed number here, we have to change to an improper fraction so that we have a new numerator and denominator. So 1 3/4, well, 1 whole is 4 fourths, plus another 3 fourths would be 7 fourths. So we can rewrite this problem as 2 over 1 times 7 over 4. Same exact problem, this is this, and 1 3/4 is 7 fourths. Now, we can go ahead and multiply. 2 times 7 is 14, and 1 times 4 is 4, so 14 fourths. To change that back into a mixed number, you can ask yourself, how many groups of 4 fit into 14? Well, 3 do, and I would have 2 remaining, so 3 2/4. So check, our mathematical answer matches our model answer.